Welcome back to the Ancestral Findings podcast. Today, our journey through the U.S. presidents brings us to James K. Polk. This story is a fascinating chapter in the United States, reflecting the nation's ambitions, struggles, and the enduring quest for growth and identity. James Knox Polk was born on November 2, 1795, in Pineville, North Carolina. He was the eldest of 10 children in a family of modest means. His parents, Samuel and Jane Polk, moved the family to Tennessee when James was 11, seeking better opportunities on the frontier. This move to the growing and dynamic region of Tennessee would play a significant role in shaping Polk's character and political ambitions. Polk's early education was sporadic due to frequent moves and the demands of frontier life. However, he showed a strong aptitude for learning and eventually enrolled at the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill, graduating with honors in 1818. His academic success and his persuasive speaking abilities set the stage for his future political career. Polk began his political career as a clerk for the Tennessee State Senate and later studied law under renowned attorney Felix Grundy. He was admitted to the bar in 1820 and quickly established a successful law practice. Polk's legal acumen and connections helped him gain a foothold in politics. In 1823, Polk was elected to the Tennessee House of Representatives, where he quickly gained a reputation as a diligent and effective legislator. His marriage to Sarah Childress in 1824 further bolstered his social standing. Sarah was highly educated and politically astute, becoming a vital advisor and partner throughout Polk's career. Polk's rise continued when he was elected to the U.S. House of Representatives in 1825. He served 7 terms, becoming a close ally of Andrew Jackson and a staunch supporter of Jacksonian democracy. Polk's tenure in Congress was marked by his advocacy for states' rights, opposition to the national bank, and support for westward expansion. In 1839, Polk left Congress to run for governor of Tennessee. He won the election and served as governor from 1839 to 1841. His governorship, however, was less successful than his congressional career, as he lost 2 subsequent bids for re-election. Despite these setbacks, Polk's political fortunes changed in 1844. The Democratic Party was deeply divided over the issue of Texas annexation and westward expansion. Polk emerged as a dark horse candidate at the Democratic National Convention, ultimately securing the nomination over more prominent figures such as Martin Van Buren. Polk's support for the annexation of Texas and his commitment to expanding U.S. territory resonated with many voters. James K. Polk's presidency is most notable for his aggressive pursuit of territorial expansion, driven by the concept of manifest destiny, the belief that the United States was destined to expand across the North American continent. Polk outlined 4 key goals for his presidency: the reestablishment of the independent treasury system, the reduction of tariffs, the acquisition of Oregon, and the acquisition of California and New Mexico. Polk's commitment to expansion was evident in his handling of the Oregon Territory dispute with Great Britain. The territory was jointly occupied by both nations, but Polk was determined to secure the land for the United States. He campaigned on the slogan, 54-40 or fight, indicating his willingness to go to war to claim the territory up to latitude 54°40. However, he ultimately settled for a compromise at the 49th parallel in the Oregon Treaty of 1846, avoiding conflict and securing a significant portion of the territory for the U.S. Polk's most controversial and significant achievement was the Mexican-American War, which resulted in the vast expansion of U.S. territory. Polk's annexation of Texas in 1845 heightened tensions with Mexico, which did not recognize Texas's independence. When diplomatic efforts to purchase California and New Mexico failed, Polk provoked a conflict by sending troops to the disputed border area. The war lasted from 1846 to 1848 and was highly successful for the United States. The Treaty of Guadalupe Hidalgo ended the conflict, with Mexico ceding California, Nevada, Utah, Arizona, New Mexico, and parts of Colorado and Wyoming to the U.S. in exchange for $15 million. This massive territorial gain fulfilled Polk's expansionist vision and significantly shaped the future of the United States. Domestically, Polk achieved his goals of reinstating the independent treasury system and reducing tariffs. He believed in a strict interpretation of the Constitution and sought to separate government funds from private banking institutions. The Independent Treasury Act of 1846 re-established the system, ensuring government funds were held in the Treasury and its sub-treasuries. Polk also successfully pushed for the Walker Tariff of 1846, which lowered tariff rates and promoted free trade. This move was designed to benefit the agrarian South and Western states, aligning with Polk's Jacksonian principles. Polk's expansionist policies, while successful in territorial terms, exacerbated the nation's sectional tensions over slavery. The acquisition of new territories reignited the debate over whether these areas would be free or slave states. Polk, a slaveholder himself, largely avoided taking a definitive stance on the issue, leaving it to Congress to decide. This indecision contributed to the growing divide between the North and South, setting the stage for future conflicts. James K. Polk's personal life was marked by his close relationship with his wife, Sarah Childress Polk. Sarah was highly educated, politically savvy, and deeply involved in her husband's career. She played a significant role in shaping his public image and was an unofficial advisor during his presidency. The couple had no children, and Sarah's influence extended into the social and political spheres of Washington, D.C. Polk was known for his work ethic, attention to detail, and commitment to his goals. He was a hands-on leader who closely monitored his administration's activities and worked tirelessly to achieve his objectives. However, his relentless drive took a toll on his health. By the end of his presidency, Polk was physically exhausted and in poor health. James K. Polk's presidency left a profound and lasting impact on the United States. His aggressive expansionist policies significantly increased the nation's size and resources, laying the groundwork for its emergence as a continental power. The acquisition of vast territories opened new opportunities for settlement, economic development, and the spread of American ideals. Polk's achievements, however, came at a cost. His expansionist vision exacerbated sectional tensions over slavery, contributing to the conditions that would eventually lead to the Civil War. The debate over the extension of slavery into new territories became a central issue in American politics, with the Compromise of 1850 and the Kansas-Nebraska Act attempting to address the contentious issue. Polk's presidency also set a precedent for future presidents in terms of setting clear goals and actively pursuing them. His focused and determined leadership style demonstrated the potential for the executive branch to drive significant change and achieve substantial accomplishments within a single term. Despite his successes, Polk's health deteriorated rapidly after leaving office. He retired to his home in Nashville, Tennessee, where he died of cholera on June 15, 1849, just 3 months after leaving the presidency. He was only 53 years old, making him one of the youngest presidents to die after serving in office. There are some interesting aspects of Polk's presidency, and here are a few. The dark horse candidate. Polk's rise to the presidency as a dark horse candidate is one of the most intriguing aspects of his political career. He was not widely considered a leading contender for the Democratic nomination in 1844, and his eventual selection surprised many. Polk's nomination and subsequent victory demonstrated the fluidity of American politics and the potential for unexpected candidates to achieve the highest office. The first one-term promise. Polk is notable for being the first president to voluntarily commit to serving only one term. He made this promise during his campaign and adhered to it, focusing on achieving his goals within a single term. This decision allowed him to pursue his ambitious agenda without the distraction of re-election concerns, setting a precedent for future presidents. Expansion of presidential power. Polk's presidency also marked a significant expansion of executive power. His assertive approach to foreign policy, particularly in provoking and managing the Mexican-American War, demonstrated the president's ability to shape and direct national policy. Polk's actions in negotiating treaties and managing domestic affairs further illustrated the growing influence of the executive branch. James K. Polk's presidency is a testament to the transformative power of determined and focused leadership. From his early days in North Carolina and Tennessee to his rise as a national political figure, Polk's journey reflects the dynamic and often contentious nature of American politics. His aggressive pursuit of territorial expansion and his clear vision for the nation's future significantly shaped the United States and its trajectory. While his presidency was marked by significant achievements in territorial expansion and domestic policy, it also highlighted the deepening sectional divide over slavery. Polk's legacy is a complex one, characterized by both remarkable accomplishments and the seeds of future conflict. His life and career offer valuable insights into the challenges and opportunities of leadership during a pivotal era in American history. James K. Polk's story is a fascinating chapter in the broader narrative of the United States, reflecting the nation's ambitions, struggles, and the enduring quest for growth and identity. If you want to learn more about Paul, here are a few books I recommend. Polk, The Man Who Transformed the Presidency in America, by Walter R. Borneman. This comprehensive biography explores James K. Polk's life and his transformative presidency. Walter R. Borneman delves into Polk's ambitious goals and how he achieved them, providing a detailed and engaging narrative of his impact on the United States. A Country of Vast Designs, James K. Polk, The Mexican War and the Conquest of the American Continent, by Robert W. Merry. Robert W. Merry offers an in-depth look at Polk's presidency, focusing on his role in the Mexican-American War and the significant territorial expansion of the United States. The book provides a balanced perspective on Polk's achievements and the controversies surrounding his administration. The Presidency of James K. Polk, by Paul H. Bergeron. Part of the American Presidency series, this scholarly work by Paul H. Bergeron examines the key events and policies of Polk's presidency. It provides a thorough analysis of his leadership style and the lasting impact of his administration on American politics and expansion. James K. Polk, A Biographical Companion by Charles G. Sellers. Charles G. Sellers, a leading historian of Polk, presents a detailed and well-researched biography that covers Polk's entire life, from his early years to his presidency. This book offers a comprehensive understanding of Polk's personal and political journey. Young Hickory, The Life and Times of President James Knox Polk, by Gary May. Gary May's biography provides an accessible and engaging account of James K. Polk's life and career. The book highlights his significant achievements and the challenges he faced, making it a great resource for understanding Polk's contributions to American history. Many thanks for listening and following the Ancestral Findings podcast. Visit ancestralfindings.com to download a free genealogy ebook, inquire about a free genealogy lookup, and register for the weekly historical postcard giveaway. And thank you to everyone who contributes via Patreon. It aids in keeping this family tree rooted, this lineage soaring, and this ancestral journey on track. I hope you have a wonderful day, and happy searching.